Hello and welcome to this edition of MBC News. You know, Millie, it's the second semester of senior year, and it just feels like there's 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd days left.
So true, Eric. That's like a million days. And in chemistry, the students are making extra credit moles as projects. Reporter Douglas Arthur Mensa has the story.
This is an Invisimole.
I made a mole in one.
I made a Nemo.
I made a milkshake.
Mr. Molesby.
I made Post Malone.
There's a mole in the chemistry class. Actually, there's a bunch of moles. You might even call it a mole infestation. But students in Karen Young's class aren't grabbing any traps to capture these critters. They're actually creating them as part of a popular extra credit opportunity where students get to use math to showcase their creativity and maybe even raise their grade a little.
So the purpose of the mole project is for students to have an opportunity to experience a mole or what a mole could be. So one of the ideas is that you kind of get a connection to it, but you can use different types of things that you're good at. So with the mole project, they're learning how to sew, so they have those skills. And then the other option is extra credit for using math, dimensional analysis. So depending on what type of skills you have or skill set, those would be your choices. Worst mole is the one that would have been made out of paper and stapled together and turned in to try to get last minute credit. And then my favorite moles are the moles that the students use whatever they're interested in terms of either sports or celebrity or shows or what's popular at that time, so that they can actually have a connection to it personally. Well, initially, I would say the same thing that I like to see from my students, some sort of topic that relates to the time frame or what they're interested in. So I think at this time, something to do with the Winter Olympics. But I also love the molesky. We have a husky at home, so I think I would try to make a molesky.
Teachers are always looking for unique ways to engage their students with creative activities, and whether it's a molesky, a watermelon, or a mole-in-one, the students in the chemistry classes are definitely taking advantage of this unique chance to boost their grade and have a little fun in the process. I'm Douglas Arthur Mensa, MBC News.
Eric, I remember making that last year. I made a sushi mole.
I made a basket mole.
And actually, a teacher here at MHS is making a creation of his own.
Reporter Gabby Renshaw brings us the story of something out of this galaxy.
In a hallway far, far away, there's a math teacher who has taken his love for Star Wars to a whole new galaxy. Mr. Stephen Mays is what some people might call a Star Wars fanatic, so much so that he has built his own R2-D2 unit and has plans to build even more droids as he continues to seek his own balance with the Force.
I came up with the idea to make an R2-D2 when I went to a Star Wars convention quite a few years ago. They talked about building R2-D2s, and there was this huge R2 room. And in the R2 room, there were probably about 50 or 60 different R2-D2s. I always thought that building an R2-D2 would be out of my price range. But when they started talking about building out of different materials, it was, I can do this. And I saw, some inspiration there. And it was just one of those things that I've always wanted to do, and then when I saw that it was an affordable thing for me, I just started and went from there.
Much like the plans to build the ultimate weapon station in the galaxy, Mr. Mays has his eyes set on the future and building even more droids.
At this point in time, I'm actually in the process of building about 3 or 4 other droids. I'm building an all-aluminum R2-D2. This particular R2 is plastic from the neck down, but he's got an aluminum dome. But I'm planning on building an all-aluminum droid, and I've probably been working on that one for about 3 or 4 years now. This particular droid took me about 8 months to build from start to finish. But I'm also working on a yellow R2 unit, and I'm also working on a green R2 unit, and I've got another one that's pretty much finished, except for I've got to finish off a few of the electronics, and that is going to be a pink R2-D2, and her name is actually QTKT.
When Star Wars came out in 1977, it gave birth to generations of galactic fanatics. One of those fanatics is right here at MHS. As the Empire and its legions continue to seek dominance of the galaxy, Mr. Mays plans to continue his quest to build his droid army in hopes of bringing balance to the Force. I'm Gabby Renshaw, MBC News.
Just like the stars in the galaxy shine, so did some students here at Mason High School.
Anna Knazwitz brings us the story of the Night to Shine prom.
Maybe you've already started thinking about your prom, what you're going to wear, how you will impress your date, and how your colors will coordinate. But I can guarantee you that these guests have been thinking about theirs for a whole year. This unforgettable experience is a chance for those with special needs to get their night to shine.
I'm so excited to have my daughter Ellen here tonight. She has not done this before, and because she has special needs, she really doesn't fit in with some of the students that are at the normal homecomings and proms. And as a parent, I'm worried about sending her, not having an adult or another peer to supervise her. So this is a great opportunity. She's so excited. She got her hair done and her nails done, and we got her a fancy dress and shoes, and this is probably one of the best nights of her life.
We do a ton of prep work, so we have to contact people for nails and hair, and we have to contact people for buddies and volunteers. We have a core and a leadership team, so they come together and we meet for 8 months ahead of time, getting everything ready. And then it's a lot of behind the scenes stuff. So we have to print out name tags. We have to make sure that all of our buddies or our guests, we know if they have any medical needs. It's a ton of work leading up to Night to Shine.
We can see all of the planning, time, and dedication that goes into this night. However, no one can speak better to the joy of their event than the honorees themselves.
My favorite part is Night to Shine. I got to dance with all the friends over here.
Favorite part is probably going to be the dancing, obviously, because I like to dance.
I like coming here because I like seeing the people.
I like the dancing, and I like to hang out with my friends.
Run by over 500 churches in multiple states and countries, this event, supported by the Tim Tebow Foundation, gives honorees their special night that is well-deserved. I'm Anna Kanazowitz, MBC News.
For our women's soccer team, their sport means more than just wins and points. It is about bettering the community and lifting others up. This can be seen through Senior Bradley Trip. Lana Sacker has the story.
You don't have to be in the game to be a part of it. Senior Bradley Tripp uses his passion for soccer to continue to make the program better while also leaving an impact on the team. Throughout his high school career, he has been the assistant coach for the Mason varsity women's soccer team. His positivity pushes the girls to be the best they can be day in and day out.
So I first came in 2014 when I was a freshman. So my role in the program is being assistant coach and motivating no matter what the score is, because the important thing is about the relationship and not what the score is. Because 10 or 20 years from now, I'm not going to remember the score. I'm just going to remember all the big things, like how we won district championship this past year. And I'm going to remember the post-game speeches that I talk about God and lift them up. And it doesn't matter what the score is, because God still loves you and all that. I just want to say that I don't do it for myself. It's the exact opposite. I do it for the goals and do it for the glory of God, and that's why I do what I do.
The relationships that Bradley has created with the athletes continues to grow every day. Senior Annie Metzger, one of Bradley's closest friends, has connected with him through their passion for the game of soccer.
I've known Bradley ever since my freshman year when I came into the program. It was kind of like his first year as well, because he was a freshman with me. But I didn't really have that big of a connection until like 2 years ago. But it's still like everybody has just always gravitated towards him. On the field, Bradley just motivates us to play as hard as we can for him, because really we're so blessed with the opportunity that we have to be able to play soccer. But then off the field, he humbles us all and just reminds us that we are called to a greater purpose and that we need to make sure that we prioritize friendships and being a kind person and just doing the best at everything that we can do.
The impact he has made on the program will stay with the girls for the rest of their lives, on and off the field. The girls from the program are very thankful for the experiences they got to share with Bradley throughout the past couple of years. I'm Lana Sacker, MBC Sports.
It has been so cool to see everything that Bradley has been able to accomplish while being involved with the Mason women's soccer team. Another accomplishment made was by Kate Cooper, who was the only freshman to make varsity women's lacrosse. Here's Riley Malloy with the story.
The fall and winter sports seasons have come and gone for many Mason athletes. Numerous freshmen have made significant contributions at the varsity level. The spring season is just now kicking off. and one freshman on the women's varsity lacrosse team, is hoping to tear it up on the turf and make an impact. Kate Cooper is the only freshman to make varsity girls lacrosse this year. The team environment has been welcoming, and she will do what it takes to be on the field.
The girls were really welcoming. Kate Millard and Sophie Hoffman really made me feel welcomed, and they reached out to me right away and made sure that I felt happy and was excited to play. I'm willing to work hard at practice. I'm willing to do the ball sweeps at the end of practice, just whatever it takes to be a good teammate and to be on the field a lot.
Sophomores Kate Millard and Sophie Hoffman made varsity their freshman year as well and said there is high pressure, but it helped them further their high school careers.
I think the most pressure was being with all the upperclassmen and knowing that you had to at least try to play up to their level. And especially with the coaches, like, you have to show them that you earned your spot on the team. And so I think in moving up from an 8th grade level all the way to a varsity level is a big change, but it helps you for the rest of your high school.
Being in her position before, a lot of pressure came from just knowing that you're on this team and that there's a lot of pressure for you to do well and to prove to the coaches that you earned the spot on the team. And I dealt with it just by talking to Kate, because she was on varsity with me, and dealing with the stuff we went through.
Coach Jim Davis has no doubt in Kate's athletic ability and would like to see her step up and become a leader.
Number one, I think that I wanted to see her get comfortable playing the game at a higher speed. It's quicker paced, it's more aggressive. So I want to see that she can handle it. So I have a lofty goal for her. I think that she can do it. But I also want to see her become more of a leader. And, she has that opportunity to, be one of the small group that gets to play varsity, as a freshman. I think that with her character and her personality, that she's able to do it.
The high pressure of a varsity sport may be tough, but Kate's coaches and teammates hope that she can break through the expectations and make an impact on the field. I'm Riley Malloy, MBC Sports.
Wow, I can't wait to see what the future can hold for Kate. The future is also bright for the Winter Guard as they make their debut for the first time in over 5 years. Here's Isabel Rowe with the story.
Here in Mason, Ohio, we get really cold winters, but one team here at MHS is making this freezing season more entertaining. Color Guard members are excited about taking this off-season and turning it into a competition. Taking home first at multiple competitions has helped them show off their love and hard work this winter. Junior Paige Hacker, captain of Winter Guard, has been on guard for 3 years now and is eager to share her excitement of Winter Guard returning.
Well, I remember sitting in my 7th and 8th grade orchestra classroom, and they came in and they were doing an orientation talking about the Guard, and it was really fall season that really got me interested in doing Winter Guard. Winter Guard used to be just a training season getting ready to do fall. I just love the entire feel of it. It's really cool being able to present in front of a huge crowd and not just being hiding behind the band kind of thing, and it's a lot more personal and you can really learn new work.
Guard coach Andy Atchison has been coaching for 16 years and, in his words, passionate about the comeback of competitive Winter Guard.
I've been coaching Color Guard for about 16 years now. The last time Mason had a Winter Guard, I believe, was back in 2013. I might be off by a year, but as far as I can tell, that was the last time they had the activity going on. I'm very passionate about Winter Guard. I think it's a great chance for the kids to learn new, harder skills that sometimes they don't get to do out on the football field during the marching band season. I had to bring it back because I wanted to be just about them. When they get to perform and they're up in people's faces, it's very different from being far away at a marching band field.
While most of us dread the cold winter months, MHS Winter Guard knows how to make the best of it. I'm Isabel Rowe, NBC Sports.
Recently, the Mason girls swimming team swam their way to a team state title for the first time in school history. Here's Aiden Crowley with this historic event.
Currently, the waters here are calm. But just 3 weeks ago, the girls' swim team was in here practicing for their 3rd straight state meet and looking for redemption. After 2 straight years of being runner-up, the Comets were finally able to break that mark and capture the state championship trophy. Senior captain Lauren Thomas has been swimming for the Comets all 4 years and finally has a taste for what it means to be a state champion.
So for the past 2 years, it had been like we had the golden season, so we'd won every meet leading up to state.
So we wanted to do that again, and so after we had won every single meet, we were kind of just in the mindset like, why can't we win state now too? So yeah, we were just going in on top, and that's where we finished. As soon as Allison touched the ball, she was the last leg, I just started crying because, you know, it was 4 years of my life and it was over. I had invested so much time into the program, into Coach Sullivan, and so for it to be over, I knew no matter what the board said, I had just done my best, and to see that we had won was just, and just knowing that, like, I'm getting goosebumps now.
5-time state champion Allison Blebaum has finally gotten her first team championship after it's been eluding her all 4 years of her swimming career.
Before the season started, he would he would help us with our practices, and he'd always be like, state. So, like, we had the message early in our mind that was a goal even in June. We were so happy, like, to put in all that work for years for me and LT and for the freshmen for this entire season. It was so surreal. We were so happy.
Head varsity swim coach Mark Sullivan has been coaching for the Comets for 15 years and just won Ohio's Coach of the Year. However, he does not give this win to himself, but rather to his swimmers.
No, I mean, our intent for the last 3 years is to win. That's always been our ultimate goal. Obviously, we've gotten so good over the last couple of years. I mean, winning state would be the tops. So we've been, we were so close the last 2 years, losing by 10 and then 16. We really had a huge goal this year of trying to win. So it's pretty cool that we had the opportunity to win and win as big as we did. Well, obviously it's great to be honored by my fellow peers. I say this all the time. Those awards that I get, if I do receive like a Coach of the Year award, to me those are more team awards. I'm so fortunate to have such great swimmers that make me look good. They just do an outstanding job, and I think every coach would agree when they receive a Coach of the Year award, it's really due to their own team and how well they do.
After one state championship, the Comets are not done. Despite losing senior captains Lauren Thomas and Allison Blebaum, the Comets will look to resurge back to the position they are right now. But for now, I'm Aiden Crowley, NBC Sports.
Congrats to the girls swimming team on the state championship. A job well done.
Speaking of champions, Eric, you know what song I love to sing in the shower?
What, Millie?
We Are the Champions.
Well, that's cool. My favorite has to be Call Me Maybe by Carly Rae Jepsen.
That's interesting. Kelly Bings hit the halls to find out what song you guys like to sing in the shower.
Let's be honest, we all sing in the shower at one point or another. So we asked you kids in the hall, what's your go-to song to sing in the shower?
All Star by Smash Mouth. Hey now, you're a rock star, get your show on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star, get your game on.
Hannah Montana, Nobody's Perfect. Ella's cute, I like Ella.
Where's My Hairbrush by VeggieTales.
You stumble through your days, got your head hung low, your sky's a shade of gray, like a zombie in a maze. You're asleep inside, but you can't shake awake, 'cause it's just a dead man walking.
Probably Dancing in the Dark.
Home Sweet Home by Motley Crue.
Computer Love by Zapp and Roger. Computer Love.
Gucci Gang.
Home Sweet Home. That Way by Take-It.
The High School Musical theme song.
Shine bright like a diamond.
There's a dog named Luke, and he says,
take me home, country roads, to the place I belong.
High School Musical. He says you have to let it go.
Baby, you light up my world like nobody else. The way that you flip your hair gets me over. Well, but when you smile at the ground, it ain't hard to tell. You don't know, you don't know you're beautiful.
Row, row, row your boat.
Lady Gaga, ooh la la.
Titanium.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Ooh, baby girl, watch how you move. I got the leg on shoes.
I got the pill and I move. Eat it up. Diamonds, they eat it up.
Whether it's High School Musical or One Direction, we all think we sound amazing in the shower. I'm Kelly Bangs, NBC News.
Wow, Eric, those are some great song suggestions. I'll definitely have to try those out.
I agree, Millie. Some of those may actually replace Call Me Maybe.
Thank you for joining us on this edition of NBC News.
As always, we're committed to bringing you the news of students making the news.
A lot of hard work goes into the broadcast, and we couldn't do it without the help of our awesome cast and crew.
For everyone in front of and behind the camera, I'm Eric Miller.
And I'm Millie Ortega.